Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now June 3rd of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the thing about Disney Star Wars is that we do know that they have over 10 years worth of Star Wars projects currently in the works. This, of course, has all to do with Disney+, their live-action TV series and animated TV shows to come, that's going to serve as a library's worth of Star Wars material, something that a lot of fans are really looking forward to, especially with The Mandalorian and the Kenobi TV series, and others out there as well, that's really going to depart itself away from Kathleen Kennedy's take on Star Wars. So that's one thing to really focus on here, is that the future of Star Wars seems to be brighter and brighter every day. However, one thing that always seems to happen by Disney and Lucasfilm with the Star Wars franchise is that, well, it always seems like that when we're on the right road, right? The road or a path to a better future of the franchise, it always seems like that we hit another pothole here. And this particular pothole that we just hit has all to do with the scripts of the two Star Wars TV shows that are currently in the works by Disney and Lucasfilm. Now, keep in mind, one of which has to do with the Kenobi TV series, and the other one of which has to do with the prequel to Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, also known as the Cassian Andor TV series, that some people are looking forward to. I myself am not too thrilled about it. I feel that nobody really, or necessarily even asked for this, but with that being said, of course, now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are now focused on their new Star Wars trilogy of films, as well as their new Star Wars universe. Now, it's explained that both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are hard at work on developing a brand new Star Wars universe that will introduce a new mythology to the Star Wars fans around the world. However, it's explained that currently Disney and Lucasfilm are running into production troubles with the Cassian Andor TV series and the Kenobi TV series with the scripts of the shows. It's explained that the pre-production phase of both Cassian and Kenobi have been running into some problems with the scripts just before the two TV shows will begin filming soon. Some of the rewrites that took place earlier this year are said to contradict some of the existing Star Wars lore by Disney, and of course that revision to the scripts need to be made immediately in order to keep things on track for the best of these two TV shows. Now, it's noted that these mistakes come from a lack of focus on the Star Wars lore that stretches throughout multiple timelines of the Star Wars franchise, and that Lucasfilm is hard at work on making things right for the two TV shows. Creators Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are said to be hard at work on also fixing some of the issues with the mistakes with the canon material in the scripts of both Kenobi and Cassian. Now, though it's unclear what specific canon choices contradict other canon material in the Star Wars universe, there were said to be major differences in the canon of the Star Wars universe. Now, it's noted that this problem is rooted from some of the creatives not being fully focused on the Star Wars lore that is all canon or in Legends material that is set to return by Disney sometime next year, in 2021, and even the year after that of 2022. Now, this is described to create a slight delay of when shooting begins for Kenobi and Cassian. However, it's said to so far not cause a delay in the release date of these two TV shows for Disney+. Now, Kathleen Kennedy is still not involved with the creative decisions, thankfully, and that George Lucas is also involved with these two new TV shows for Disney+. The major mistakes were said to have been noticed by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni when they were going over the scripts of the two shows, and that revisions are already underway for Cassian and Kenobi. In the meantime, Disney is also trying to figure out what to do with the Star Wars Celebration event, on whether or not they need to cancel the event due to the crisis around the entire world. Now, this process is said to be very involved and lengthy that will take great effort by the creatives on board for Star Wars. So, let me just say one thing right here, is that we've always seen a prime example of this by Disney Star Wars. There always seems to be some kind of problem with every single production that we have seen by Disney. We've seen it with The Force Awakens, we've seen it with The Rise of Skywalker, we've even seen it with Solo and other films like Rogue One. You know, this is something that Disney seems to love to do. Now, keep in mind here that I am in no way worried that these projects are going to be delayed as far as when they're going to release, but the production is going to be slowed down, essentially, which could pose a greater risk at it getting a slight delay. I'm not really too worried about it getting a significant delay, like another year. Kenobi, by the way, was originally supposed to come out next year. That was already pushed until 2022. And, of course, Cassian Andor, that is the one TV show that is going to have a slight delay of when it's going to be released. But as far as the Kenobi TV series goes, that's still on track for when it's supposed to come out in 2022. So, like I've said before in the past, guys, everything related to the production, how the canon choices contradict other canon material under Disney. I don't know how they can make such a mistake. I'm not sure exactly what canon material contradicts the other material, but nonetheless, it's actually said to be significant lore that contradicts other pieces of lore out there. It could very well have something to do with the Skywalkers for all we know, or it could have something to do with Kenobi. So with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to